G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I will be ranking these NRL 2022 Indigenous jerseys. Now, yes, I know I am late to this one. So many other content creators have done it, but I wanted to jump on and give you my take on these jerseys. Now, remember, this is just my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, super excited to jump in and check these out. So, once again, these are the 2022 NRL Indigenous jerseys, and I will rank them in the tier list maker. So, we've got S tier is the best tier. You know, you cannot beat this tier. This is amazing. A tier is second, B tier is third, C tier is fourth, and D tier is the worst of the worst. Now, starting off, we have, and just for reference, I'm going to get a bigger photo up just so I can see these jerseys better, because look, I can see them on here, but I just want to make sure that I'm getting a good look at these jerseys. So let's check them out. Starting off with the Brisbane Broncos. All right, I like this jersey. The jersey looks pretty good. There's a lot going on with this jersey. I think this is at least an A tier. Could possibly go up to an S tier. I like it. It's a good jersey. I think they've done well here. Next, we've got the Bulldogs. Doggies. Let's see. Where are they? I wish they did this in order. This would be so much easier if it was in order. All right, so Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. I like it. I think it's pretty good. It's vibrant. There's a lot of colour, a lot of artwork on it. I think this is another A tier. I think it's very good, but I think both these jerseys could have been a tiny bit better. Maybe, actually, you know what? I'm going to change it last minute. I'm going to put Broncos in S tier. There is a lot going on there. The colours are amazing. The patterns are brilliant. The artwork on it's absolutely amazing. And look, don't come at me if I rank your jersey lower than you're expecting. This is just my opinion, and I don't want to disrespect anyone from this. It's just from what I see on the jersey and what I think could have been done better, basically. Raiders is next up. Let's see if I can find a better look at this Raiders one. Here we go. The Raiders one's not too bad. I don't like the Toyota Forklifts logo right in the middle there. I feel like, I understand they've got to have logos and stuff like that, but I feel like they could have found some way just for this round to blend it in better with the jersey. The artwork's there. The design looks cool. I like the colours. They've kept it pretty traditional to the Raiders colours. It's an A tier. I don't think it's as good as the Bulldogs jersey or the Broncos. But I don't think it's not middle of the range. So I'm happy to give it an A tier. Cowboys one, we saw that this weekend, obviously. I am recording this. So we've seen the Broncos, the Cowboys already. I'm recording this on Saturday. I think Cowboys... Look, I think they could have done more with the jersey as well. I do like that the logo doesn't take away from the design, but I think they could have done a little bit better with it. It's a good jersey. It's actually a great jersey, but I still think there could have been a little bit more artwork on it. The Sharkies one. Let's see this. Nico Hines here donning that one is the picture I'm looking at. I actually really like this. I think this is another S tier. I think this is brilliant. They've kept their colour scheme. It looks like a Cronulla Sharks jersey, and they've got a lot of artwork. A lot's gone into this jersey, so I really like this. It looks amazing. I've got to give that one definitely an S tier. Parramatta for me, again, I like it when clubs go with similar colours like that to their normal jersey. So where are we? Parramatta, right down the bottom there. Let's have a look. Right, so the Eels one, you know what? I'm going to put in S tier as well. I think it's a really well-designed jersey. Again, the brand. Again, another one. So I don't want to go back a lot, but Cronulla's jersey, it has done so well with the sponsor. The Aramex in the middle there. it goes around it well. They've made it work well with the sponsor, so I think they've done really well on that one, and that's another reason it's in S tier. Same with the Eels, like that. Maybe they could have had a little bit more Indigenous artwork, but honestly, it looks amazing. They've kept with their color scheme. I think it looks absolutely brilliant. The Titans, I don't like what they've done with the My Pay Now logo. I think, again, look, I just think Indigenous round, they should really make, like, I'm looking at the jersey here. It looks good. Like, don't get me wrong, the artwork is amazing, but I can't give that one an S tier. I just wish that the sponsors would, like, if you take that, the purple or blue, whatever it is, off it and just have the My Pay Now logo without the color just for this round, I think it would just add so much more to the jersey. But it's a good jersey, and look, I don't think we're going to get too many C or D tiers here. I just think there could have been so much more done with this jersey if you remove that logo. Like, that's just my opinion there. The Warriors are my first D tier. The reason being is, we've seen so many amazing Warriors ones in the past. I'm just looking for it on here. Where are you? Warriors. Like, we've just seen so many amazing Warriors jerseys in the past for Indigenous round, and it might have an amazing story behind it. So I do apologise if you see any disrespect here. I don't mean that by any means at all. I just think, they could have just done an amazing look to this jersey, and it's fallen short of the mark for me. It is my first D tier. It is, in my opinion, disappointing for what they could have had for Indigenous round. Manly, I'm going to pop it as the first B tier one. I like the look of it. It's not too bad, but at the same time, I feel like they could have done a little bit more. I am going to look for the jersey just so I've got a bigger image of it. Sorry, I just should have had this already, but look, the bottom of it looks really cool, and I do like the way they've, made the sponsor, sort of blend in with the jersey, but I think they could have done a little bit more to it. It's a good jersey. It's just not great in my opinion. So it's middle of the rank for me. Storm, another one that's sort of middle of the rank. And the reason for the Storm one is when I look at it, it looks like a Parramatta jersey. Just in my opinion, it doesn't really shed out Melbourne Storm to me. I think we could have seen a lot more done to this jersey. Again, I don't like the way they blended the Red Z logo in for it. I think Indigenous round, we should really just not so much get rid of the sponsors, but they shouldn't be what we see first on the jersey. It should be the design, and I think Melbourne could have done a lot more with this design to suit their colours. Again, I don't mean any disrespect, but I think they could have done so much more with this jersey. So it's a B tier jersey for me. Newcastle Knights. Let's have a look at this. The Knights jersey. Again, they've worked well with their colours. I'm going to put them in B tier because this is probably the worst sponsor one for me, because it fully takes away the artwork on the jersey. The NIB stands out so much for me. And again, I just feel for this round, they could have worked around, maybe taking out that green background and just having NIB written on the jersey would have just made it look so much better. It's good. The artwork is amazing. I do like it. But again, the sponsor really just takes away from what the jersey could have been. So that's my take on that one. The Panthers jersey. Now I need to get a good look at this one because this actually looks really, really nice. I like this Panthers one. Where are we? Penrith Panthers. This one, look, again, a lot of people could say it's a bit bland, but I think it really tells a story here. I really like the look of the Panthers one. I'm not going to put it in S tier for the simple fact that I think they could have done a little bit more up the top of the jersey. I know a lot of teams haven't, but like the Broncos one, it just fully stands out. It looks amazing. Sharkies and the Eels, they just all look visually pleasing to me. The Panthers, they've done a lot on it, but I think they could have done a lot more. It's definitely not a bad jersey. It's above B tier, but it's just not meeting that S tier criteria. I like it. It's a good jersey, but that's... I actually, one thing I will say is I do like how they've implemented the oak sponsor on there. I think they've done well with that, but the jersey as a whole, it could have been better in my opinion, but still a very good jersey. The Rabbitohs, now this one is where you'll see if my bias comes out or not. For a Rabbitohs jersey, I think this is really good. I honestly do. I love what they've gone with here. Is it their best one they've brought out? I don't think so, but it's definitely at least an A-tier jersey. You know, that Rabbitohs are known for their Indigenous heritage, and they've absolutely done an amazing job at this jersey. Again, the MG logo, I think, could have... I don't know. The sponsors, I understand they pay a lot for their sponsorship on the jerseys, but I feel like other teams have done something to get around that sponsor being that main thing you see on the jersey. The Rabbitohs, it is smaller than normal, I think, but at the same time, I think they could have done a little bit more. I like the jersey. It's a good jersey. I have got one coming. I've ordered mine, but have not received it yet. Otherwise, I would have been wearing it for this. But I think it could have been a little bit better. Love the artwork still. I honestly do. I think it's an amazing jersey, and the Rabbitohs always bring out awesome jerseys, but I think it could have been a little bit better. Dragons jersey. Okay, next year I'm going to have a whole thing of these done up myself, so I'm not looking through the NRL website. Dragons jersey, I don't mind it. I'm going to pop it in C tier. Now, they've done well with the sponsorship, not having St. George too big. It looks fine. The artwork is pretty good, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling this one. And Dragons fans, you're going to hate me for this. I know you are. But I just think that, I don't know. It just feels like it's not a Dragons jersey. It's gone a bit away from there. I understand that's sort of what happens with Indigenous round. I do like it. It's not a bad jersey. But I just think, I don't know, I feel like they could have done something a little bit more. I don't know. This one probably is a bad take on my part. It's probably, you guys are probably looking at me going, mate, this is an amazing jersey. Why is it in B tier? And you're probably right. But this is just my take on this one. I think there's plenty more that look more appealing than this one. But again, it's not bad. It's not a bad jersey by any means. It's in the B tier. I think it could have been better, but not a bad jersey. Then we've got the Roosters. This one for me, and it's not because, there's Rabbitoh biased or anything. I just think that the Roosters jersey is disappointing this year. It's just, I don't know. There's so, they've done well to incorporate the Steggles logo in it. It doesn't come out at you like some of the other ones, but it's just not enough artwork for me on it. It just looks like a Roosters jersey with a bit of Indigenous artwork down the bottom. I think they could have done so much more with this. It's disappointing for me. This is not a good jersey. There's just so much more they could have done with it. Finally, we've got the West Tigers. I need to have a better look at this because I'm not feeling this one. I think they're just up here, the Tigers. Let me see. Cowboys, there we go. The West Tigers. See, when I get a better look at it, it's not too bad, but I do think they could have done a little bit more with it. It's between B and C tier for me. It's not bad, but it's not great either. I think the Tigers could have done a bit more with the jersey. Again, probably the sponsor doesn't help for me. I just, that black logo in the middle of the jersey just doesn't do it for me. They're on the bloody arm. come on, guys, you could have done something else here for that sponsor. But again, not a bad jersey, not a great jersey. I guess it's in that middle tier, which I think is fair enough. Let me just check that I haven't missed any teams here. We've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 16. That's all right. So we haven't missed any jerseys. I think there's the 3 for me that stand out at the top. Broncos, Sharks, and Eels look absolutely amazing. I don't think there's any faulting them. The rest, the A tier, we've got 6 teams in there. I think they're pretty good, but there was aspects I think they could have done to make the jersey better. The next tier is just, I think they definitely could have done a bit more to make their jersey better as well. And then the D tier, the Warriors are real. Okay, the Roosters disappointed me a lot. I think they could have done a lot more. But the Warriors is probably my most disappointing. Just with so much culture over there, I feel like they could have done so much more with that jersey, and they just haven't. These are just my opinions. Remember, guys, I wanted to get this video out before the weekend was over. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think I hit the nail on the head here, or do you disagree with me on some of these jerseys? I'd love to hear your opinions. But that is going to close off this video for me. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for watching. If you could hit that like button and subscribe, it'd mean the absolute world to me. Thank you all so much once again. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.